All right, in this video, I want to give you some of the building blocks of building a sales script for life insurance, for selling life insurance, right? And so we're going to kind of go through some of the common objections and give you like specific examples of things that you can use and some of the benefits of life insurance, things that you can use in your sales script, and then how to create urgency for life insurance. And again, I'm literally going to use these like little building blocks. And that way you can take some of these examples and you can use them just like Legos to kind of start building your sales script. So let's jump right in. If you haven't met me before, I'm Bill Rice, and I'm doing this on behalf of Age Lead Store. So let's kind of jump in with that introduction. So first and foremost, common objections. So common objections in life insurance and some suggested response kind of go like this. So one, I'm too young to think about life insurance. So a lot of times your leads, you'll be able to filter for this and you'll get people kind of in the right age demographic. But even though those that are kind of should be thinking about life insurance oftentimes think that they're too young. We always want to think that we're younger than we are. So a good response, hey, it's great that you're thinking ahead, right? Because they probably have inquired or there's been some sort of referral. So sort of acknowledge that well, you did show some interest, right? And you think you're too young. And then this is kind of an easy one, right? Because purchasing life insurance while you're young and you're healthy obviously helps you insure a lower premium. So it's actually a smart decision to think about this early when you're younger, when you're healthy. So that's kind of an easy one to kind of overcome. I can't afford it right now. So this is a kind of a class objection that often is just to kind of push you away. Like they don't want to make the decision. They probably can't afford it, but it's just for whatever reason, they don't want to do it right now. So this is often a false flag, so to speak. So I can go with this as, hey, I understand, it's challenging to budget for all the stuff that you have going on in your life and squeeze life insurance in here, but there are definitely some affordable options that can fit within your budget. It's actually not that expensive. So let's review your options and just see what works best for you. Let's just take a look. So again, this one's usually fairly easily overcome. Is like, hey, let's just look at some options here. I'm sure that we can find something that fits into your particular budget. I have life insurance through my employer. This is kind of a common one. Again, a lot of these objections, if you've thought through them before, they're relatively easy to overcome or sort of talk through with the client. In this particular case, hey, it's great, but it's important to note, that employer-sponsored policies often don't give you that much coverage. So you really need to kind of take a look at that. And then specifically, many times they don't follow you if you leave that company. And as we know, on average, people have anywhere from 3 to 5 jobs in their lifetime. So that could potentially kind of leave you in a lurch and forcing you to buy life insurance at a much higher premium, particularly if it's later, you're a little bit older, or you have any sort of health concerns later. But so purchasing a personal policy now can provide that additional coverage and, of course, security, regardless of what your job situation is. Another one, I'm in good health, so I don't need life insurance. Well, that's actually kind of the perfect time to be buying life insurance, right? Even if you're in good health, it's important to consider there are unexpected events that can impact you and, of course, your loved ones ultimately. Life insurance can provide financial security and peace of mind, regardless of your current health status, right? So you can actually use that good health as a little bit of an urgency, right? It's like, hey, while you're in good health, it's important. That's when you're going to get the best rates and the best opportunity to secure this important insurance. I don't have any dependents, so I don't need life insurance. Again, hey, dependents, beneficiaries are certainly important, but it doesn't necessarily mean dependents, right? That's a common reason to purchase life insurance, but it's not the only reason, right? So life insurance can be used to cover, of course, your final expenses. You don't want to put that burden on anyone else in your family or extended family. It can also help to leave a legacy for loved ones or even to charitable causes, right? So life insurance is a great mechanism in which to kind of leave that legacy and to be charitable for relatively low amount of money, right? I don't trust insurance companies. Don't hear this too often, but it's worth kind of putting in your stack of objections. But hey, I understand that trust is important when it comes to financial decisions. Our company's reputable, strong track record, providing quality coverage and service for our clients. You can showcase the carriers that you have and those sorts of things. And again, build the strength there. Most of these insurance carriers are well known, and they built, just like banks, they built a brand that signifies strength and stability. So usually that can be well overcome. I need to think about it, right? So this is probably the most common, right? Because they kind of want to push away. They want to get out of the sales process. And so here's one approach to that, right? Of course, take all the time you need, but keep in mind that delaying your decision obviously could result in some higher premiums or missing out on the coverage. So let me know if you have any additional questions or concerns. We should talk through those now, but I'll certainly be happy to help. If it's kind of a spousal objection, it's always good, of course, to maybe schedule a follow-up meeting, or in that initial meeting to encourage that spouse to be involved in that conversation as well. All right, now let's switch over to some of the benefits, right? So when we're building out our script, we want to make sure that we're highlighting benefits, we're reacting to their particular situation and trying to shape sort of how we're presenting life insurance to put it into that need, right? So when they express a need or they express an anxiety or something they're concerned about, we want to take the benefit that directly fits with that, and we want to put it in as a solution to that particular need. So here's a few of the most popular benefits of life insurance, right? Provides financial protection, can provide protection for your loved ones in the event of unexpected death. It can help cover expenses such as final expenses, outstanding debts, mortgage payments, college tuition for children, and again, can be used for some other things such as leaving a legacy, charitable, that sort of thing. But it's really important to at some point in there really state the strength of that financial protection and all the things that you could be leaving as a burden that need to sort of be accounted for. So that's a really strong benefit to life insurance. Offers peace of mind. This, believe it or not, is probably one of the bigger factors, right? Just having life insurance gives you the peace of mind that knows everything's sort of taken care of, right? A lot of times people don't have a lot of personal savings. They struggle to even make ends meet, much less actually build up something that would take care of an unexpected event. And so that can be a really powerful motivator. It's just to give you peace of mind, give that client peace of mind that regardless of what happens, your loved ones are going to take care of, right? And you don't have to worry about your current financial situation in order to sort of create that peace of mind. Builds cash value. This is a great one in a lot of different types of life insurance policies, as you know, such as whole life. You build a cash value over time. You can access that during your lifetime, right? You can use that cash value to supplement retirement, to pay for unexpected events, fund a child's education. So there's a lot of different ways to use that if you do create a cash value sort of policy. Covers business expense. Life insurance can also be used to cover business expense. So loss of key employee, buying and selling agreements between business partners and business debt. So bring into to the factor that there are products specifically, especially if you're talking about self-employed, that there are some business expenses or reasons where life insurance can be helpful. Offers tax benefits. Life insurance policies offer tax benefits such as tax-free death benefits, tax-deferred cash value growth, those sorts of things. So again, highlight some of those tax. If somebody's talking about that, that could be an interesting sort of need to fill. Can be customized, right? Life insurance policies, there's a lot of different ones and approaches. You can customize it to fit those specific needs and goals. You can, of course, choose the amount of coverage, the length of the policy, the premium that you're paying, and make everything kind of fit for you. So make it really obvious to them that there are a lot of different options. Provides an inheritance, right? So again, there's a lot of situations where people don't have the ability to build a significant amount of wealth to leave an inheritance. Well, insurance can be a way to kind of fill that need, right? So life insurance can also provide inheritance for your loved ones. You can name your beneficiaries, and the death benefit can be distributed to them tax-free. So it's a great way to kind of create a legacy for yourself at a relatively low cost. All right. So finally, we're going to talk about how some ways and some ideas on creating urgency for life insurance in the sales presentation, right? You want to highlight one approach is highlighting the importance of planning ahead, right? And stress the importance of planning. You're going to, as you're talking to people, you're going to sort of get a feel for their personality. So if they're a planner, this is a great way to create that urgency. Just emphasize that life is unpredictable. It's great that you're a planner. This is definitely a key point to your overall financial planning, and it should be a part of any good financial plan. Highlight the fact that unexpected events occur all the time. You see them in the news, right? It's better to be prepared and to leave your loved ones without financial burden. So again, that sense of just peace of mind. Share statistics. All kinds of statistics are available. Have those in your back pocket just to demonstrate the importance of life insurance. The percentage of Americans that don't have enough life insurance coverage, the amount of Americans that don't have significant savings, the average cost of funerals and final expenses. Having all those kind of in your back pocket are super useful. Just as people are doing kind of the mental math to figure out whether or not this is something that they should be investing in, right? Share real life examples. You're going to have a bunch of these. You've obviously had clients if you've been doing this for a while. So you're going to have some real life examples of people that you have sold insurance to where unexpected events have happened and they were prepared, right? And so those are really powerful, covering medical expenses, funeral costs, all those sorts of things. So having real world stories can be really powerful in creating urgency. Emphasizing the value of time. So just really kind of talking to the point that we made earlier in the objections section is that the younger and healthier you are, the lower your premiums, right? So that's going to be the mechanism that's going to get you the best deal, right? So highlight the fact that delaying that decision just ultimately is going to make it more expensive, right? And so that's a critical one to drive urgency is just the more time that you wait, the increase in the premium and the likelihood that maybe you won't qualify if something, again, health issues and those sorts of things. Highlight life changes, kind of talked about that. Talking about trigger points at which life insurance starts to make sense and starts to become more urgent to you, right? You've gotten married, now you have a spouse that you're responsible for. You're having children, now you have got dependents you're responsible for. You're purchasing a home, that creates a large mortgage that then becomes, potentially a burden if something unexpected were happening to you. You start a business, right? That it creates additional risk. So all these little factors that are creating additional potential risk are really important to highlight and create a ton of urgency. And then, of course, stress the peace of mind. I mean, I can't say this enough. Peace of mind is a big factor in being inquisitive about life insurance and also a big factor in just pushing them forward into actually securing that, right? Stress the purchasing of that life insurance is going to provide them that sense of relief and that security, that peace of mind. So hopefully these can be helpful in you in building some building blocks to put into your script. So important to write that script, to practice it, to practice all of these different components, the objections, the benefits, and those sorts of key elements that are going to create urgency. Again, critical to write that script and to practice through it. So encourage you to maybe watch and rewatch this and write down these pieces that you like the best to put into your script. Encourage you to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you get all of our training as it gets released. And we are looking forward to seeing you on the next one.